Alright, what I'm going to show you guys is the proper cleaning of a sponge filter. The biggest issue that people have is they don't know how to clean their media. This applies to your regular filter pads, in your canister filters, your HOB filters, whatever's the case. The biggest concern that people have, the biggest issue that people aren't aware of, is the fact that if you were to just fill a bucket with, water from your faucet and rinse them, what you're doing is you're shocking and killing the beneficial bacteria that lives within this, inside this sponge or this filter, the pad, whatever's the case. When you kill it, basically this is what carries your bio load. The water in the tank doesn't. As long as you have enough biological media in your tank, you could do a 90% water change, and as long as the parameters are correct, that shouldn't harm your fish at all, because your beneficial bacteria is what would essentially keep that water correct. Obviously, if your pH level doesn't match, you drastically change that. Your water temperature doesn't change. You don't get the chlorine or chloramine out. Your ammonia levels might be high with your city water. If you add that back into your tank at a large number, that will cause your fish to get sick, to die, whatever the case there. But in this case, what I'm just going to show you guys is how to clean it. Now, this water is not from the same fish tank, but all of these fish tanks just got the same percentage of water change. Now, this sponge is from a 10 gallon. I think this is rated for a 60-gallon tank, but I use it for fry. Keeps the tanks nice and crispy. No issues with that. I love them. This one actually I don't necessarily like as much as some of the others that I get, mainly because the line that you hook your airline to actually goes all the way down, which may be more effective as far as, but it goes all the way down to the bottom and then moves your water back up. But it does easily get clogged down here because of that, because you see these holes are much smaller. But I like the ones where it just goes under the bullseye, which is actually on the airline hose. Much easier to take the cap off the top of them rather than pull the airline out and have to reassemble it. But these are okay. They do pretty well. I haven't actually had one get clogged, but it's possible that the airline flow that actually causing the suction may not be working properly. But all you want to do basically is you get the sponge in the water. Now, this tank is pulled directly from a tank that's established water. pH, ammonia, everything is the same in that tank as it is in the 10 gallon, especially since they all just got a water change. But all you want to do is basically you don't want to wash this or clean this or rinse this with sink water. You want to use aquarium water. You can notice this water is relatively clear. It's actually very clear. But all you're going to do is you basically just squeeze it out. You'll notice a lot of the stuff that's in the sponge will come out. There's not much of an issue with that as far as that's concerned, but you can scrub to your heart's content on this and clean it all out. That's not that big of an issue. But all you're trying to do is just clean the gunk out that essentially clogs the water flow from going through the filter, the filter pad itself. Same thing on your HOBs, your canisters, your pinky filters, whatever you end up using, that pad that you end up using, it will get clogged up. But rather than restarting the cycle, you just keep that beneficial bacteria in the water. And that's it. Now you see that's real clean, real nice looking again. You basically just stick it right back on there, stick it back in your tank, and you're good to go. But no more cycle. It just is clean. So good info for those that wanted to know.